A few weeks ago, we had the one and only Angie Lee on our weekly Girl Gang Connection call, talking all about how to sell using Instagram and Instagram stories. So if you don't know Angie yet, she is a marketing genius who teaches women how to make friends with fear and make money doing what they love. What began as a little blog in her college dorm room blossomed into an international brand and podcast that inspires thousands of women to take messy action toward their dreams. This training was packed full of so many actionable steps. I know you are going to love it. And if you want to be able to see the slides that she shared, you can also check out this episode on our Powerhouse Women YouTube channel, and I will link that for you in the show notes. We have the incredible Angie Lee joining us tonight, and we're going to talk all things Instagram, how to use your Instagram stories specifically to promote the amazing things that you are doing in the world. And whether we like it or not, social media is such a big part of our lives and can be such a powerful tool. And honestly, I don't know anyone better to talk on this subject than Angie. So if you don't know who she is, if you've been living under some kind of a rock or a structure that doesn't get Wi-Fi and you aren't sure who she is, I'll give her a little intro. She's truly just a marketing genius, and she is a serial entrepreneur. You know, you might know her from her podcast. She has an incredible podcast. Her event sells out every single year, including during COVID. They just couldn't have it. So that understand that pain. But she is the host of Pays to Be Brave. She is the co-founder of Soul CBD and a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. But what I love most about her, she has probably one of the purest hearts of anyone I've ever met. And she makes me laugh every single day. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. You go to her Instagram stories when you need a good laugh or need to hear like what crazy things her mom is saying this week. You might have to share that story about what Mama Lee shared on Instagram stories the other day. But and you just show up for people. Like, you've shown up for me, you show up for our mutual friends, and you're always just willing to serve. So thanks for being here tonight, Ange.
Oh, I'm so excited. What's up, guys? Hello. I love Lindsay. She's one of my favorite humans. So if you guys love Lindsay, hopefully you like me. And if not, well, you're here. So
it was a free call. So
well, tough luck. You're stuck on this Zoom. So what's up, guys? I'm so excited. How many of you guys are using Instagram for your business? Trick question. You should be using Instagram for your business. So hopefully the answer is yes. Let me know in the comments what your business is and what it is you do. And if you are using Instagram, say yes. And if you want to get even better at it, say yes. That's one of my favorite things to teach. Yeah, I like to mix marketing and weird humor on there. My mom is just like 60 going on 20. So I try to get her to be a person in my content when she's visiting. She doesn't like it, but it's content, right? Okay. Network marketing, Amanda says. Yes, photography, naturopathic doctor, Dr. Amber, that's amazing. Ooh, clean fragrances. Kelly, that's super cool. I'm super into that. Realtor, fitness product, personal trainer, weddings. Okay, so you guys need Instagram in some capacity, right? Like, you guys are using this to market, my friends, right? Okay, so today what we're going to be going through is a few. First, I'm going to go through stories, Instagram stories, why you guys need to be on to sell with stories, right? Before we get into Instagram, how to clean up your bio, stories, all of that good stuff, because I mean, listen, the platform's so multidimensional. I think it's one of the smartest platforms to be on right now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fear of imposter syndrome and perfectionism when it comes to this app. I cannot be alone on this unless you're an alien watching this right now. How many of you deal with this voice in your head who's like, who am I to be on there? What am I supposed to say on videos, Angie? I feel super awkward. You're like, I look like a troll today. I don't want to go on. What do I say? What do I put in my bio? Like, is it like a Match.com bio? I know Roseanne is on. She is the matchmaking queen. Like, Who feels this? Or you're like, I don't know what to post. You don't know what to say, right? Because it's overwhelming. Or you're like, I don't know what my niche is. I've heard you need a niche in marketing. You don't know what it is. But it seems like a lot of you do actually have a niche, which is good. Okay, I'm not alone on this. So the first thing that I want you guys to keep in mind, we're going to do a little bit of mindset before we get into this app, because I can teach you all of the hacks and formulas, and we're gonna geek out today if you want to geek out and get a little nerdy on this app. But honestly, you guys, if you don't have the right mindset with this app, it doesn't work, right? It won't work. You have to go into it obviously with passion and confidence, and realize that hashtag ready is a lie. You're never going to have a day where you feel like you are the marketing expert on Instagram. You just have to start on the app, right? So number one, if you're feeling imposter syndrome now in whatever it is you do, who has felt this before? Say yes in the comments. Say yes. You're probably an alien watching this. I don't know. I mean, aliens are coming down next, right? I mean, that's 2020, my friend. So maybe you found the Zoom room number. Okay, good. Good. Yes, yes, yes. Danae says yes. Brittany says yes. Yale says yes. Gayleen, yes. Okay. All right. I'm not alone. So keep in mind, my friends, unless you literally are a 4-year-old or a sociopath, you're probably feeling some sort of imposter syndrome. Who are you to be successful? Who are you to make money? Who are you to rank up in the top of the network marketing company? Who are you to be a successful realtor, right? All of this is completely normal. And the same thing happens on social media, because social media is kind of like this, it's like this mirror of whatever we're dealing with, right? We're like, oh shit, I'm insecure. And then it kind of comes through on social. So keeping that in mind, that's so normal, that's so healthy. The goal tonight is to not be perfect. Some of the things I teach, you might be like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna, you know what, Angie, I'm out. I'm just gonna go be a zookeeper. I don't wanna do this, all right? So do not be overwhelmed by it, and realize that perfect is the enemy of profit, right? You just not showing up at all is worse than you just putting yourself out there and doing your best and showing up. And then the good old eggplant emoji. If you know how to do emojis on your laptop, go ahead and give me an eggplant. Wait, actually, let me teach you guys. Is it control? Yes, control, command, space bar. You're welcome. I just the best hack for your laptop. There's an emoji. So you've got to be willing to suck a little bit, right, my friends? You're not going to come out of the gates with the most badass Instagram, the most perfect videos, the most perfect posts. You're not going to have 1 million followers overnight. You're not going to have 100,000 followers overnight, right? It took me 10 years to build my account now to 100,000 followers with zero hashtags, 0 paid ads, no bots, no crazy funnels, no complicated system, nothing like that. I showed up every single day for 10 years. That's a long time. I'm tired, okay? I am tired in all the best ways, right? So who else on here has showed up for the last 10, whatever, even more years for what you're doing? And you're like, it takes time, guys. It takes consistency. It takes passion, right? It takes an unmatched obsession for what you're doing. So this was not overnight. I want to make that clear to you guys. Jill, what's up? What's up? Okay, yes. Look at all these eggplants in the comments. Okay, tonight just got super sexual and I'm here for it. Okay, so let's talk about Instagram, right? This is how I organize Instagram in my brain. This is how I teach Instagram. Your bio is like your business card. It's the new business card. When you're out, people are like, hey, what's your Instagram? Because it's such a great platform to show who you are and what's going on in your business and your life, right? Stories is kind of like Netflix. It's like the behind the scenes on what's going on. For me, it's humor, comedy, my weird mom, my family, poop jokes. It's all the best things, right? So you make it what is authentic for you. Your feed is like your magazine. It's the magazine of your account. What is this magazine about? We're going to identify what the niche is of your page. And then the DM is kind of like a sales meeting. Guys, the DM is where it goes down. Intimate conversations where you can voice and video people. Oh my gosh. It's like email isn't even cool anymore. Email hasn't been cool for a while, but it's crazy the amount of direct sales that happens in the direct message. And it's because you're building this intimacy, right? And you're able to actually ask someone a question and say, hey, what are you dealing with? Or, hey, did you resonate with the story or the post that I just made? So when it comes to Instagram, this is how I organize it. You guys can screenshot this, save this, write this down. So the bio is essentially your first impression. The stories is the place for connection, intimacy, and growth. I'll be jamming a lot today on stories because video is, guys, video is everything when it comes to marketing. How many of you guys buy something from someone, and you're more likely to buy something from someone if you've seen them on video or you've heard their voice? Say yes in the comments. I actually don't think I have bought from someone unless I've seen them in some capacity on a webinar, IG stories, Facebook video, Facebook live, IGTV, some sort of video, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the reason for that is not because you're like, oh my God, she looks like me or anything like that. It's because it's humans, right? It's human connection. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. On this. Right now, what did you say, Brittany? Especially right now, I want to know who I'm supporting. Yeah, absolutely. Video is unmatched, my friends. You can have the most beautiful, perfect website, the most beautiful sales page, but at the end of the day, if you're not just showing up on video and showing people who you are, you completely unfiltered, just who the heck you are, right? Authenticity wins. It's going to be hard to sell. So I'm huge on showing up on stories and on video. Your feed is where you grow, right? This is actually where you grow the most. If you're going to grow on your account, this is where you grow. Now tonight, I won't be getting into this. I'll be sharing with you guys a webinar I'm doing in 2 weeks on all about growth, but essentially, I'll give you a little nugget right now. Shareable content on your feed, things that people want to share onto their stories or comments, or it's such a juicy post that people want to comment their friend, their sister, their aunt, their cousin, their dad, their grandpa, their lizard, whatever in your post, right? That is how you grow on Instagram. You grow in the feed. You're not growing in your stories. Your bio's not where you grow. The DM's not where you grow, right? So organizing these into different categories. And then the DM, like I said, is sales. So take a screenshot of this. If you like it, I think this is a great way to organize it in your brain. This has been really helpful for me and a lot of the students that I have. All right, before we get into IG stories, we're gonna talk about your niche. This is a very obnoxious screen, I just realized. Look at this bright, is this lime green like blinding anyone else? I'm like, holy crap, if this is not waking you up, I don't know what is. So nailing your niche. Guys, niche, whatever the heck you wanna call it. It's so important. It is so noisy on Instagram right now in 2020. It is so noisy. I mean, not only 2020 is just a shit show, but in general, it's just because Instagram is becoming more popular. People are realizing that it's one of the smartest apps and one of the smartest mediums for your business, right? So really cutting through that noise is so, so important. And one of the best ways to do that is to nail down who you are speaking to on your account. Who is your account for? Who are you posting for? Your account's actually not about you guys. It's not about you at all. It's about who you're serving. So realizing that your page is like a magazine and it's speaking to a specific person. Who is it for? Who is it not for, right? So let's identify this really, really quick. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments what your niche is. And I'm going to give you guys some tough love. This is one of my favorite things to teach. I've been a niche nerd for a few years now. This is kind of one of my zones of genius in the marketing space is positioning, helping people find their thing. What is your thing? And how can we make sure it's profitable, right? Because your niche is not just life coaching. That's super broad in general. It's not just positivity or empowerment or helping women feel good, right? These are things I hear every single day when women reach out and say, hey, do I have a niche? Why am I not selling? What's going on? So helping people feel their best self, right? That's cute. That's great. It's glittery. It's like a cute little Pinterest quote. But when it comes down to what and what are people actually looking for, we really have to get specific on what this niche is. So here is one of the exercises that I do to help nail this down. I call this the onion exercise, and we're gonna peel it back and get clear on what it is you actually teach. So for example, who here is in fitness? Let me know in the comments if you're in fitness, wellness. There's gotta be a fitness gal on. There's always fitness peeps. There's gotta be fitness peeps. Okay, Emily, what's up? Yes. Meryl, what's up, what's up? Okay, so I call this the onion exercise, and this looks like a hoo-ha, okay? I know it does. I feel like the onion is actually a very sexual fruit, or not fruit, vegetable, whatever. I didn't realize that till after I made this slide, and now I'm like, maybe you can help me come up with something different. Okay, ladies, this is not sex class. All right, so a lot of women will come to me. This is a very tangible example for you, and they'll say, Angie, I'm a fitness coach. And I'll say, great, that's awesome, but let's peel it back and get a little bit more specific, because everyone and their Aunt Susan is a fitness coach on Instagram right now. So let's get more specific. So we nail that, we bring this in, and layer one is fitness coach for moms. Okay, awesome. That's already a little bit more specific. What is the exact pain point, or what is the exact pleasure point that you're helping people achieve, right? Or what is the pain point you're helping people solve? And we got really specific, and here's an example of fitness coach for moms who want to lose the baby weight. Tell me yes in the comments if you guys already see the difference between just saying you're a general fitness coach or you're a fitness coach for moms who want to lose the baby weight. It's so much more specific. So when I'm thinking of your Instagram bio, and that's the place where you're putting your specialty, your niche, and who you're speaking to, guys, the more specific, the better, right? Because these things are great. Empowerment, positivity, confidence, those are phenomenal. That's part of every business. Probably all of us on this Zoom right now, those are things that we teach, but they're byproducts of what we teach. They're not necessarily the tangible focus of what we teach or the benefit of what we sell, right? So getting specific on selling people on something tangible and realizing these are part of the business, not what you maybe put in the bio. So yes, 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 yes. Okay. And we won't do a ton of bio tonight because I want to make sure this isn't 8 hours long, unless you guys want to have a marketing sleepover and we'll just stay till midnight. But take out all the fluff in your bio, okay? Take out that you're an Enneagram 2, you're married to Ted for the last 20 years, you've got 18.5 kids, you only like 2 of them, you like the color blue, you like long walks on the beach, you're a Sagittarius. No one cares, okay? No one cares except your grandma. And your grandma is not your buyer. So here's the deal. And I own a personal brand, you guys. So like, you're probably like, well, Angie, you share weird parts of your life. Yes, but you'll notice that my bio is super clear on what I do, the problem that I solve, and the person that I'm speaking to, right? So what I do want you to include in your bio, because your bio is the first impression. When people like, of course, they're going to check out your story and your highlights, and they're going to get to know more about you and your life, and that you love your tool, and you love horseback riding and all these cute things about you, but that's not your business, right? Those are your hobbies and your interests, and you're making the bio about you then versus who you're serving. And that is like, if you take nothing away from tonight, that is marketing, my friends. It's about the customer. It's way more about the customer than it's about you. So what I do want in your bio is the person you help, the problem you solve, and the promise you make. I call this the 3 Ps. So again, here's a specific example, matching it with the example above in fitness. You plug in your niche into this example, but the person you help. So the person is moms. Let's say it's moms, right? You narrowed it down to moms. That's who you serve. The problem, lose baby weight, and the promise is burning fat from home. So this is just one example from a woman that I coached through this. It started with general life coaching. We broke it down with the onion exercise, and we got to here. So let me know in the bio if you guys, let's say you saw somebody's Instagram bio and it said, just helping women feel their best self, Sagittarius, I love horseback riding, click here to work with me. You'd be like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't know why I should buy from you, why I should follow you, right? But if you saw, I help moms lose the baby weight and burn fat from home in 20 minutes or less, you would know exactly who she's speaking to, and you would know if the page is for you, right? Polarity is such a good thing, guys. We're so afraid of not having everybody love our page, and you have to realize that the smartest marketers in the world know who they're speaking to, and they know who they're not speaking to as well, right? And this is like one of the biggest things that really separates accounts that do really well and then accounts that are just very generic. So knowing that you're not trying to serve everyone and anyone under the sun, you're going to be extremely frustrated as a marketer if you try to do that. So niche down, niche down, niche down. Get super specific. Okay. Marketing sleepover, Jacqueline said. Yay. I love this. So Jacqueline said, is the promise of becoming healthy and happy specific enough? So when I first heard that, and you guys, we can make this very interactive, helping each other out here. At first I'm like, well, what does that mean, right? Because a lot of people say that becoming healthy and happy, and that could mean a million different things for so many different people. But I like how now you narrowed down the pain points of anxiety, gut health, hormones, maybe that's weight management. I love that. So in your bio, if I saw, I help women to manage their anxiety or heal their gut or balance their hormones, that is so much more attractive and clear to me than just becoming healthy and happy, which sounds cute, but you're not trying to be clever in marketing. You're trying to be clear. Okay, my friend, so tattoo that on your butt cheeks. Tattoo this on both of your butt cheeks, all right? You want clarity over cleverness, okay? Clarity over cleverness when it comes to marketing. Tattoo. You got that fast. You always want because a lot of times marketing, we think, oh, if it sounds super poetic and my bio sounds super elusive, people will buy from me. But in reality, it should be something that your son or daughter who's in 6th or 7th grade should say, I know what you do. I understand this. So simple wins, simplicity always, always wins. Marisa says, my current wording, I guide women from their head to their heart. Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean? And I like doing this with you guys because I'm giving you my initial gut reaction as someone who doesn't know what you guys do. So this is probably what a newbie who lands on your page would think as well, because I don't know if I know what that means. So let's get really specific, guiding them from their head to their heart so that they can what? So that they can what? This is sometimes a helpful exercise, you guys, answering the question so that they can make more money. Is it lose weight? Is it find confidence in their body, heal their relationship with food, fix their marriage? Like what's the outcome? What do we get into here, right? Because the customer wants to know what's the outcome. Dr. Amber, you want clarity over cleverness? Love that. Yes. Ooh, Lauren, I help entrepreneurs find confidence in their legal foundation. Okay, I like this. I like this. Yeah, I would try to find something as tangible as possible in that too, Marisa. Love this, Brooke. Okay, I help nurses. That's the person you help. Love that. Manage stress. Love that. That's the problem, right? Nurses, what's the problem that nurses have? They're super stressed. They're overworked, they're underpaid, they're super stressed. And the benefit or the promise that you make is to create a life they love. I love that. And you could even get more specific, right? Because that's now a very trendy cliche saying in a lot of stuff too, like make a life you love, create a life you love. So we could get even more specific on what does that mean? Does it mean gaining back more time so they can be with their husband? Does it mean getting back more time so they can be with their kids? Does it mean helping nurses manage their stress so they aren't overeating and binge eating? Like, what does that mean to manage stress? What does that look like then as a byproduct? Love this, Jennifer. Helping millennials get connected with their personal finances. Super specific. I know who you're speaking to, millennials. And then finances. I love this. It's like a millennial money coach, which I think you could use that term if you want to take that. I love that because I know immediately when I land on your page, am I a millennial and do I need finance help? If yes, you're my girl. I'm going to buy from you. I'm going to follow you. You are who I am looking for. Because you guys, before we get into stories, let me tell you something. The point of Instagram is to not try to get you don't even need 100,000 followers, you guys. That wasn't even my goal in the beginning. That was not my goal. My goal was 100 people and then 200 people and then 500 people and then 1,000. And then, I just stayed consistent. So realizing that I am all about you trying to focus on attracting your first 1,000 true fans, right, guys? You don't even need 10, 20,000 people on Instagram to have a full-time business. For a lot of you, you first need what you do. They love work. They need your help. You can get them results, right? Like that is the goal. 1,000 true fans. Write that in the comments. 1,000 true fans, you guys. That's really what I'm focused on teaching right now because so many of us are so obsessed with growth, right? So keeping in mind, if you are afraid to niche down, the goal is to not get as many followers as possible on Instagram. Unless you just like want to post booty pics and get creepy dudes DMing you that they'll pay you $20 to like take a picture of your foot, which I get all the time, right? Like I'm pretty intentional and niche with it and I still get those. So you don't want everybody and anyone liking your page, right? You want the right people, the people that you can help and serve. Being a marketer is about serving, right? Just serve people, serve people, serve people, serve people. So step one, know who we're speaking to. Ooh. Asia, how do you say your name? Asia? A-Y-S-I-A? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Asia?
Asia.
Asia, yay! Oh my gosh, thank you. I was like, how do I say this? I was looking at it. Asia, okay. I help moms use intention to self-care daily amidst the motherhood chaos. I think we can get even more specific on this. I help moms use intention to self-care daily motherhood chaos. What does this mean? What does this mean? Let me know what you help these moms with. Brittany says, I help women transform how they relate to themselves so they can feel deeply seen and valued by others. Whoa, that is some deep shit. Okay, what does this mean though? Break it down for me. Put this in layman's terms. I'm a 6th grader. What does this mean? I'm serious, you guys. I've helped thousands of people do this at this point. And I'm going to say it to you real because I'm not going to fart around on here. I've helped thousands of life and wellness coaches do this, and they always come to me with it more confusing than it needs to be. They tried to make it way too poetic, and they tried too hard. Try less, my friends. Try less. Making it as specific as possible, because here's the thing. Are you ready? Okay, write this down. If your bio or your niche statement isn't 90% or pretty close to the exact language that comes out of your customer's mouth, 9 out of 10, they probably don't know what you do then. So unless you can envision your person saying, I really want to relate to myself so I can feel deeply seen and valued by others. Like if people are walking around saying that, then that's your person. But Finding the language of the customer. You guys, find the language of the customers. Yes, yes. Gayleen, I like this one. So I'm envisioning your customer saying, she's a parent or he's a parent. I've lost my child. I want to find joy again. I've lost my child and I want to find joy again. I love that. And I want to feel good or live a happy life again or find happiness again after grief, right? Thrive even in the face of grief. Yeah. Your customer, guys, and you could do this through market research online, through polling some of your people. You know, I have a Word document called Words of My Customer. So whenever someone DMs me, what happened is I started to collect that data, right? So then I was able to know what women are actually dealing with and what language they use to explain it. So keeping that in mind when you guys are crafting your statement, step into the shoes of the mother or the woman or the man or whoever it is you're helping and say, would they say this? How do they explain their problem to their friends? If you know that, game over, guys, like game over, because now you are entering the conversation in the customer's head. And that is like the epitome of marketing. So, Gayleen, you love that. Okay, so we jammed on niche. We can answer questions on it on the end. Let me know if you guys want to jam on Instagram stories a little bit, or we can keep jamming on niche, but let's get to stories and then we can always come back to it too. Say yes in the comments if you want to hear about stories. Who is using stories? Who is using stories? And if you're not yet, I'm hopefully going to inspire you to, because it's my addiction and I love it and I'm obsessed with it. And it's also become one of the biggest funnels for my business. I sold out a live event with 0 paid ads, thousands of women because of Instagram stories, you guys. I built my podcast because of Instagram stories. So I'm not farting around here, okay? This is not like you're just going to take pictures of, you know, your cat eating food. This is like, what are we actually going to put on your stories so people can start to connect with you and trust you and relate to you and then buy your program, your service, the house, whatever it is you sell, right? Okay, so video is the fastest way to build trust. Trust is sales, my friends. Guys, 500 million people watch IG stories daily. That is holy grandma's poopy tits, guys. Like that is huge. That is huge. That's so many people. You don't need, like, we don't even need like a sliver of that, right? To gain an audience and to get our 1,000 true fans. It's top of mind awareness on Instagram. It's the first thing you see when you log on, right? You see someone's circle. Humans buy humans, not products. You're buying from someone because you like them, right? That's especially, are there any network marketers on? I love to remind the network marketing women of that. Guys, people are buying the product because they liked you, right? And they trusted you. Teacher Maddie, I hope people share their stories. Ooh, I love that. So humans buy humans, not products. Stories are the organic funnel to the stories. How many of you have used stories? And then it helped to transition into your DMs. Say yes if that's happened to you yet. Because of a story, someone said, hey, I relate to you, or I want to hear more about what you do. Who has this happened to yet? At least somebody on this has happened to. Let me know. And then facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell, right? Anytime you're showing you and human emotion, it's always going to do better than if you're just telling people a bunch of facts. So yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. We're going to geek out a little bit. So here's what happened. A few months ago, people started reaching out saying, hey, how are you using stories to sell? And I didn't yet have a framework until, you know, I get my best ideas naked in the shower. Who else? You know, you're one with nature. You know, you're like, wow, everything is clear, right? You're like, everything makes sense now. Okay. P.S. Buy shower sticky notes if you haven't already. They're like $10 on Amazon. It's going to be the greatest investment of your life. I literally mapped out my entire event in 2017 on a little sticky note, Pays to be Brave. Lindsay, I don't know if I ever told you this. The idea for Pays to be Brave was like on a little tiny wet sticky note in my shower. I was like, an event with women about bravery. It's still on there, like a cute little soaking wet sticky note that's now dried amazing. Up. I know, right? And it's crazy to think that it all was just an idea on a sticky note. So guys, get some shower notes. It's going to change your life. So I came up with this in the shower because I realized there's a system. There's a system to the psychology of creating this connection with people and then ideally getting them to buy, right? Especially if it's your right people. So here's how I break it down. We're going to get a little nerdy. And For some of you who are like, oh, I don't need to be using stories for my business. Guys, what I'm teaching you tonight, this applies to any video marketing. I'm essentially teaching you the psychology of video marketing. How do you sell on video? If you're down for that, say heck yes in the comments. How do you use video to sell? And when I mean sell, I don't mean sleazy, icky, ew, like buy this car now or else. Like, I don't mean like buy this $50,000 program or else. Like, I don't mean gross sales. I mean awesome sales. I mean like you're obsessed with what you do, so you should be wanting to, and people just want, you should have people just wanting to get to know you, right? So then they know what you're obsessed with. Yes in the comments if that's you. Who is wanting to sell in your stories? Say yes. Say yes, yes, yes. And if you haven't told me what you do yet, put it in the comments as well. I love seeing what you guys do. So the first one is the teacher. This is very education heavy, right? This is really where you're educating people. I'm going to keep it really simple tonight because I know some of you are new to stories. This is just you giving away tips and tricks in your stories, giving away something valuable. And I'll show you a diagram in a second. Next is the friend. This is where I want you showing that relatable content, that fun content, you just being you with them, right? This is maybe you farting around with your family, your mom, your friends, your husband, showing your kids, whatever that may look like for you. The role model. This is you actually walking the talk. This is you being who you say you are, right? The marketer for list building, which eventually will be very important for a lot of you guys to build your list, to not simply just use social to promote, but to also build your list. And then the saleswoman. Annie, I hope young adults remember that their dream is actually possible. Love it, love it. Ooh, MC for events, Jen. Okay, so here is this diagram. I'm gonna make this big for you guys so you guys can check this out. You guys can screenshot this. So I'm breaking this down into the role that you're gonna play. I call these your alter egos on Instagram, and the content, the example, and the outcome. Now, keep in mind, you guys, this isn't about being perfect with this. This is not like I have this in front of me every single day when I'm on stories. I'm not type A, I'm type B. Is there type B? So like, this is very, very intuitive for me now. This is very organic. This is not very structured. But in the beginning, I do believe if you're building confidence on video and you're wanting to become more confident on video, like this is everything, right? Even if it's you just wanting to get confident on your videos for your website. Eventually, guys, if you've got a business, you're gonna eventually have videos on your website explaining who you are and what you do. I don't care what business you're in. You could sell cupcakes, right? You're gonna need to do video in some capacity. And because of this great thing called Corona, nobody's leaving their house. So you better get good at video because this is how we're gonna interact from now on, okay? So take a screenshot of this. If it doesn't make sense right now, totally fine, sleep on it, look at it again tomorrow. Essentially, I just broke down the different types of people that I want you to be, right? Giving some educational content when you're the teacher to build credibility. If you're not, it's crazy. You can have influence, right? But if people don't see you as credible, they don't always want to buy from you. So how many of you have been in that situation, or maybe you were, as a network marketer, this happens a lot. Women will tell me this, or as a life coach, or as a fitness coach, they'll say, people look up to me as their role model and as their friend, but they are not yet buying from me. And that's not strong credibility. What I would do is find a nice balance of all on your stories. Now, you're not always going to be the saleswoman, obviously. You're not going to be selling every single day on stories. That's going to look cheesy. It's going to look weird. You're going to feel weird. Don't do it, right? You earn the right to sell, my friends. Tattoo this again on your butt cheek. Hopefully there's space now. I've got a big booty. Hopefully if you do too, you've got space to tattoo a lot, okay? You're not going to sell every day. You earn the right to sell. Serve so much that when you sell, it doesn't feel like selling, guys. Serve so much that you don't feel like you're icky or weird or gross or anything like that when you do sell, right? Serve so much that you earn the right to sell. So what I mostly want you doing is being teacher, friend, role model. Those are the top three. Those are the main three that you're going to rotate on a consistent basis. And then marketer is more so to build your email list. Because yes, you can be the teacher giving away awesome educational things, creating that credibility. You can be the friend on there, which is great for connection. This is my favorite one to be on there, but it's really also important for you guys to here and there be building your email list, be driving the traffic to a place that you own as well, because we don't own these social media platforms, right? So teacher, friend, role model, marketer, saleswoman. This is the order that I would go in. I would say if you're new to your online business and promoting your business online, it's really important to be the teacher so people can start to see you as a credible source. You know what you're talking about, right? This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. This doesn't mean you need 15 years of experience in your space, but it does mean that you're showing up saying, hey, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to wellness or relationships or yoga teaching or whatever it is that you do. Being a friend. If you're only on there teaching, guys, they're going to feel like they're watching those. Do you guys remember those like corny videos in school where you would just fall asleep in the back of the classroom? You're like, oh, this is the worst, right? So nobody wants to see that all the time either. They want to know who is the human behind this product, this service, this program, this course. Who the heck is this person? Is this a human? Like, do they have a normal life? Do they have kids? Like, I want to see them a little bit, right? So that relatability content's really, really important as well. And then role model. This is more so of you behind the scenes showing that you walk your talk. So for example, like Lindsay right now. So she's showing, hey guys, I'm a role model. I'm showing up for my people. I brought in a guest expert. This is me not only showing you that I'm, showing you what I'm doing, but it's showing a behind the scenes of being the role model, right? Being someone aspirational and being someone also attainable. So let me know in the chat box right now if this makes sense to you, if you like this, if this is helpful for you. We're going to keep going, but I don't want this to overwhelm you guys. Again, this is just a skeleton. It's just a framework. You obviously can edit it, change it however you want, but this is after studying Instagram stories and what works and what doesn't, I have found that this is the most powerful way to use it. And I'm going to show you guys specific examples of each one. Who here loves examples when you learn? Making sense, love this. Okay. Yay! Woo! Okay. Yeah, I need more eggplant emojis. Woo woo! Was using IG. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make you obsessed with IG after this. It's the most fun app. There's so many different dimensions to it, right? You've got the posts, so you can bring in imagery. You've got the DMs to have those fun conversations. You've got stories, which we're jamming on right now to show video. You've got your bio to really explain to people what you do and to put links that go to your website or to book a call with you, right? So it's such a beautiful platform because there's so many different things that you could do with it in order to market your business. Oh yes, I'm loving these emojis. Oh, Kelly gave me 2. Kelly gave me 2 eggplants. Okay, Kelly's not farting around today. Okay, so we'll come back to this again. So I'm gonna show you examples. Say yes if you want examples in the comments. I gotta know you're there. I gotta know you're alive. Okay, good. If I think you're dead, I cannot keep going. Okay, yay, you're alive. You're here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you examples because who else sucked in school? Raise your hand or give me a heck yes. I sucked in school. The fact that I'm now a teacher is hilarious because I was not a good student. I was out eating worms, climbing trees. I'm a college and corporate dropout. I said, you know what? I got to first grade and I said, this sucks. I'm out. I know Lindsay was like, great student. You're who my mom wanted me to be, okay? I got to first grade and I said, what are we doing in lines? There's too many rules. I'm out. I came home. I said, Mom, I just went to jail. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's jail. She's like, Angie, that was school. I was like, I'm out. So since 6th grade, I've been planning my escape to be an entrepreneur. Who else? I can't be alone on here. So long story short, for me to learn, I need examples. So this is why I'm giving you guys these really tangible examples of how I do this, how I actually do what I'm teaching you guys today. Okay, so the teacher. I'm showing you on both sides examples of how I do this on Instagram stories. So on the left, I'm teaching a little, I call them little chicky nuggies of information. I'm putting it on the left with my face, and on the right, I'm showing you what it looks like if I'm not showing my face. I do Instagram bio reviews a lot on my account. People love them. It converts really, really well. It's very high education teacher content. It's highly valuable. It's filled with hacks, tricks, resources, all of those things. So people love that. And they also love when I'm teaching when I show my face, because like I said, it's so important to show you on your content, right? So who needs to start doing more of the teacher? Let's hear this in the comments. Who needs to start showing more education and bringing more value to your account? And guys, this doesn't need to be anything that crazy. It doesn't need to be rocket science. This could be your 3 best tips to clear skin if you're a skincare teacher and coach. This could be the 5 things to look out for when you're buying your next home if you're a realtor, right? All of you, whatever you do, you have education around what you do. And going back to imposter syndrome, guys, like people aren't expecting you to be anybody other than yourself, right? So you are expert enough. If you have experience, figure it out yourself, right? How many of you are in a career right now or doing something you once had pain around and now you want to help other women fix it? You're like, I've experienced, I know what it's like. So you're coming from just pure personal experience. Yes, more value, Dr. Amber. Yes, of course, especially as a doctor, you're probably like, this one's my jam. You're going to teach all day, right? I find that the doctors love the teacher one. It's the other ones where they're like, I don't want to do the marketer or anything else. Yes, you all need to do more of this, right? We all do, just to build that credibility and that trust with people. So for you, figure out what that looks like. But again, encouraging you to do face to camera. I like to give away a lot of steps. So like my top 5 tips to this, or 3 ways to fix this. And then if I don't want to show my face, because, I woke up and I feel like a troll and I'm like, I don't want to do it, but I want to show up for people, right? And stay consistent. Everyone knows those days. This is where I will do content that's more screenshot heavy. So this is me sharing bio reviews, things like that. So next is the friend. I don't have to show too much of this one. You guys kind of know this one. You'll kind of understand this one. Family hobbies behind the scenes. For me, I call my community the baby grandmas. So I do a lot of baby grandma content. Essentially, I'm an old soul in a young body. So I show, me taking baths, long walks, all the baby grandma things. Okay. These are your brand isms. This is your personality. This comes over time. This is where I give little random life hacks, things like that. Now, this may seem silly because you're like, why do I have to show people this? Especially if you're like super introverted and you don't want to. Here's the real deal, you guys. People aren't just buying products anymore. Like I said, even if you own a brand, guys, I own a wellness brand, a physical product line, right? A DTC line with my brother. We have to get on live and show ourselves as the founders. And we notice that our sales go up when we're just showing us being us. And that's because people want to buy products from people who they feel like they know, like, and trust, right? And who they connect with. So showing that you are also their friend, because you can't always sell them and you can't always teach them. So blending that in. Wow, let me see this real quick. Rosalind, never do video. Got to get over that. Yes, this is the time. Yes, get on video. I promise it gets easier. It's scary at first, but you know what? You realize that you're not going to die when you do it. Nobody's perfect on it. Nobody's expecting you to look perfect, be perfect, anything. So video is scary, my friends, but you know what's scarier? Not attracting people into your business. So let's go, video. Megan says, I bought that ice roller because of you. Oh my God, Megan, isn't it the best? It's the best, guys. You all need to go shop. Brianna, you lost 107 pounds. That's amazing. That's amazing. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's amazing. Okay, so that's like, you are totally an expert, right? Because there's, doctors who have a triple master's in biology and chemistry, but they've never done it themselves, right? So I actually argue you are so ready. You are more expert than even maybe a doctor. It's my personal account, so it feels weird. Separate account. I have so much to share. Yes, Jill, such a great question. A lot. And here's how I answer this. You have to make a decision in the beginning. Okay, are you using Instagram to build a business? If so, go ahead and start slowly turning that account into a business account in a sense. You can actually make it a business account, but your content turns into who you're speaking to your niche. It shifts like that. That's what I did when I started it 10 years ago. Obviously, I was just getting out of college. I didn't know what even Instagram was for business. And I slowly started putting that content on there. Now, if you're like, well, no, Ange, I want an account where I show pictures for my grandma, my aunt, my kids, all that stuff. Have a separate personal account. And then in your bio, have an @ to your business account. So it can be, we call it the loop theory, right? So having them loop back and forth to each other if you want people to check out your personal account and then your business account. I suggest this to women who have, let's say, a jewelry line, right? Women come to me and say, hey, I have a personal account where I just share my life and my wellness tips or whatever I'm passionate about for my family and my close friends. And then I own this jewelry brand. What do I do? So telling them, obviously, to put the jewelry brand in their bio so you can do the loop thing. But it's up to you. If you're like, I just want to use the Instagram to build a business anyway. I don't really want a separate account for my friends and family. Go all in. That's what I decided. But if you're like, no, I want to keep that, definitely I would start a separate account where you can make it dedicated to who you're speaking to. So let me know if that makes sense, Jill. So role model content. This is you just showing, walking the talk. Listen, this is you showing, listen, who's a life coach and fitness coach on here? I know there's a few of them. This is you just showing you're being healthy. You're going on walks. You're working out. You're energized, right? Like, I'm not buying from a health and fitness person who's like, hey guys, today sucks. Just sitting here eating Doritos, like probably not, probably not, because I'm like, you're not motivating me right now to be healthy. So again, this isn't about being perfect. None of this is, but be who you say you are, right? If you're a life coach, show you being consistent and aligned, right? Being who people want to be. And I think all of you obviously, if you're working with Lindsay, you're authentic, awesome women, just be that person online and show them that, that you're like, even now, you guys showing that you're on a training and you're learning and you're educating yourselves is you being a role model, because you're saying, listen, I'm investing in myself and I'm showing that I'm constantly learning for you so I can get better. Let's say if you're a business coach, right? So knowing that people want to see you actually walking the talk. Siete tortillas, right? Aren't those the best? They're the best. Okay, next is the marketer. So this one's one of my favorites. It's fun. These screenshots, I look like I'm drunk in them. I just took them from my IG stories. So here's what is fun about Instagram. If you do a great job of being the friend and the teacher, when you do market something, or you want them to take a specific action, such as join your email list, or go listen to a podcast, or head to the blog on my website, or go check out this video I did, it's a lot easier because they trust you, right? So now we're at the marketer part, where you're sprinkling this in maybe once a week. If you're in a season, 2 times a week. I'm promoting something right now, so I'm doing a lot of marketer, and then I'll woman, but then I'll take off of, guys, I'll go a month or two and I won't sell anything. And that's just really acknowledging the seasons of your business, right? So the marketer is where you're showing up and driving traffic to, like I said, email list, podcast, website, blog. A freemium is like a free guide and having a specific call to action. So for me, I do a lot of webinars, and I love doing webinars, and I love teaching like this. So I'll do a lot of me building my email list through doing webinars. So how many of you guys have an email list yet, or you're thinking about it? Guys, no matter what business you're in, again, you could be a life coach, fitness coach, mom blogger, you sell butt cream, wellness influencer, realtor, Etsy shop owner. It doesn't matter what you do, my friends. You're going to have to build an email list in some capacity. You're going to want to have email, right? Doesn't matter if it's small right now, just staying consistent on building it, because we don't own our social platforms, right? Mark Zuckerberg does. So realizing that it's very, very smart to start building that email list. And one of the best ways is through freemiums. And that's essentially giving them something free in exchange of value. So Marissa just started building it. Jen says, thinking about it. Yeah, working on it. Kelly says, awesome, awesome. Asia says, I do, but it's a hard way to think about how to market it. Yes, it definitely takes time, guys. You don't have to rush into it, but it's just something to acknowledge no matter what business you're in. So, oh, Angela. Oh, I love your name. Same name. Is it better to use personal email or business email? Honestly, I would use business email, especially if you're using Instagram for business. I would separate the two, right? I'm a huge fan of separating them if they're completely different. So if you have a product-based business, what can we give away for free? Ooh, Kelly, I like this. Tell me what your product is, and I can help you brainstorm a specific freemium. Because with Soul, we do this a lot too, right? Where Soul, I own a CBD line. And so we're constantly thinking of fun, new, and different ways to build our email list through giving away free education or information or something fun or sales, right? Clean fragrance, that's right. Okay, I love that, PS. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to check out your stuff. So this could be something like a quiz, right? Like, do you know how toxic your deodorant is, or whatever it is you're teaching them around clean fragrance? You know I've opted into a lot of those because I wanna know. So quizzes do well, free downloads, PDFs, guides, videos, a webinar, anything that you can give away for free. It's your time, it's your education, it's your expertise. It's a discount code, right? A lot of brands, like clothing brands, they don't really have like a freemium for their clothing brands on the website. You'll notice, what do? They give you a discount code if you put in your email. So that's an idea for more of you DTC business owners. Yes, awesome, awesome. Okay. Ooh, tell me your brand name too. Everybody, your brand, so I can brief on it later. Okay, and the sales, and this is the last one, right? And again, when you're thinking, you have season. Because I know of you are going to say like, well, Angie, how often do I do all these on my stories? There's no secret formula. It's not like, okay, on Mondays you're the teacher and on Tuesdays you're the marketer. You can do that if you want to be organized with it and look at your content calendar. I think that can be helpful. What I would say is more looking at the ratio of how often are you being the teacher and the marketer, and really showing that expertise versus selling them. So what I would say if you're new to your business, really spending time building that trust on your account, doing the teacher and the friend content to first build that trust, and then slowly start being the marketer and having them opt into things and see how they opt into free things, right? In exchange for email, building trust, things like that. And then for some of you, maybe this is a few months down the road, a year down the road. I waited, I think 2 years until I sold anything on my account. I just gave away free value and content. Then that's where you're doing a direct sale. And this is the coolest part of Instagram when you get to this point, because if you've built enough trust, there's nothing weird about that, right? So I'm showing you 2 examples here. One's me showing, I was showing a behind the scenes of something, a new training in my marketing school. And then on the right, I was showing like a cute graphic of it. So usually when I do saleswomen though, I do face to camera. I don't know where that one went. Usually I show my face when I'm telling them to swipe up to a direct thing. So keeping in mind that that is so important. And here I mentioned it, guys. When you're selling, showing your face. So here it is, the 2 examples of how I was selling soul on the left and then marketing school on the right. And I was showing and talking about it, but I was showing my face when I was selling it. So guys, let me find something. Oh, here's a pen. Okay. So if I'm selling you this pen, right? And I'm just showing you like still shots of it or flat lays of it against some pretty trees, you're like, okay, cool. It's a pen, like whatever, you know? But if you're seeing me talk about it and I'm like, oh my God, this pen's gonna change your life. Oh my gosh, I'm sexy now because of this pen. It's crazy. This pen cleared up my skin. Oh my God, I'm like the best human ever. Like whatever the benefits are of this pen, right? You're more likely to buy it, right? Say yes in the comments because you matched a human to the product. So keeping in mind that you are always going to see better conversions when you show your face. Yes, it's scarier, but you're always gonna see more conversions. I've actually studied this, you guys. So this isn't just like hearsay that I'm giving you or anything I'm pulling out of my butt. This is stuff I've actually practiced on my account and then studied the analytics. I've tested this and probably a few hundred of my students or customers or people who've bought my trainings, and they've told me, and I've collected the data, and it's pretty much a 60% difference between when they talked about the product just in graphics or in screenshots, or they just showed the protein shake, or they showed the house, or they showed the jewelry, or the fragrance line, or whatever it is they sell, versus actually like talking about the product, right? So I'm getting mentioned it. Yes, okay, comment if this makes sense so far what I've said. We have a few more slides. Let me know if this has made sense. Share with me one little takeaway you've had so far. I know this is a lot for some of you. You're probably taking notes, hopefully screenshots, all the things. I talk really fast, you know, because I just, you know, I want to get to it, okay? But let me know one little thing you've learned or has been a cool reminder for you so far tonight. Maybe it's showing up on video more, right? For some of you, that might be it. Earning the right to sell. Jacqueline, yes. Yes. Love the 5 different people. Awesome. Brianna, serve so much that you earn the right to sell. Yes, yes, yes. Asia said IG bio. Yes, tag me when you're done and you edit your bio. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Stories that sell, need to do more video content. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put my handle right now so you guys can tag me, say hi to me in the DM, all of this as you're watching it too. It's not about you, it's about your audience. Yes, Julie. Gayleen, more video, cleaning up the bio. Yup. Sarah, more video. Yes, Meryl, love the screenshot of how to look at different aspects of Instagram. Woo! Not sure with everything. I'm worried about bad hair day, double shift. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay, guys, who else feels that way? Okay, just so Meryl doesn't feel alone. Okay, so Meryl doesn't know she's alone. Say, Meryl, you're not alone in the comments, or say, you're not alone, girl. Listen, unless you literally are a paid supermodel, like you're literally a full-time supermodel, which that would suck to have that as a job because like you can't ever be bloated, right? Like, you know, when you just want to eat a ton of broccoli or a ton of popcorn or cheese fries and you just want to get bloated. Wouldn't you hate to have a job where you can't ever look like that for like a day or two? Okay. You're not alone, guys. We all feel that way. That actually was one of my biggest insecurities when I started is a lot of the women in the marketing space are very professional. They're very serious and they're very like everything was perfect in their videos. And so embarrassing enough, I actually had a woman come over and do my hair and makeup before I did every single video call, training, webinar, Facebook Live. And I was like, one day I was like, you know what, Ange, this is so, you don't even wear makeup. Why are you pretending to these people that that's who you are? And so then I was like, screw it, I'm done. This is costing me a lot of time and money. I was acting like I was getting ready for prom before every single video, right? Ridiculous, ridiculous. And that's not me. So I was like, I'm done. So then I started getting on video and just being myself. What do you guys think happened? Right? It wasn't like overnight, but within a few weeks even, it was crazy how people all of a sudden started saying, hey, you're just like me, or hey, I'm realizing that I want to be like that too on video, right? I don't want to have to look perfect or be perfect. So you guys have a messy bun and you look like a hot mess, that's your life, right? And it's okay to show that sometimes. Nobody's expecting you to be perfect. So you don't have to be perfect. You're not alone. You're not alone. Okay, another little ninja tip for you guys is to add text to the screen. You guys will notice I showed examples here where I'm putting text over the screen on my stories. This is huge, this is huge, this is huge. Even this little hack can help you with your engagement and can help you a lot with people staying interested in watching your stories. So actually making sure they watch all of them. A lot of people are watching when they're at work and they're not listening. It's also being respectful to people who are deaf and watch your stories, right? I have a handful of women in my community who are. So again, just keeping in mind that people like to read and watch the text while they're watching. So I've seen this be a huge engagement hack. Don't be boring, right? You guys know I've jammed on that a little bit today, but what's really cool about Instagram is it gives you these features to have fun, right? So for example, if you open up this tab on your stories, you can add music, you can add countdown timers, you can add quizzes, right? Polls, you can add so many fun things, GIFs, like so many GIFs, guys. So realizing that you can take a boring, simple moment in life, like drinking coffee in the morning, and you can add music, add filters, add some GIFs, and make it fun, right? And I truly believe that you can make any boring moment exciting and fun in life and on Instagram. So fun, color, play, fonts, all the fun things to your stories. Or have a sleeping kid and watch your stories. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, I didn't think about that. A lot of moms do watch my stories, so that's probably why. I don't know. I say some inappropriate words in my stories, guys. So if you have children, I don't know if you want them to hear them. Or maybe you do. So going back to this, I'm going to close it out on this before we do a little bit of Q&A and close it out. I hope this was helpful for you guys. This is one of my favorite things I've taught. I've taught it a few times now, and it's been so helpful for people showing up on their stories and knowing what to post and just seeing it in a different light and realizing that it's okay to show these different, I call them, alter egos of yourself when you're on stories, right? And knowing like, hey, today I'm going to show behind the scenes. And then maybe in a few stories, I'm going to give some tips. This is what I'm eating today. I'm a health coach. Here's these tips around meal prep, right? And then showing them you're being the role model, right? You're staying healthy. You're going on a run. And then after doing that a bit, you're like, hey, swipe up to join my webinar or opt into what I'm doing. So helpful. Yay. So glad it was helpful. Aw. And then the saleswoman, that's the one that, of course, all of you want to get to if you have a business or you're going to be starting a business. You're going to want to sell. But here's the real deal, my friends. When you do the other ones well, you earn the right to sell, right? And it gets a lot easier. So I hope this one was helpful as well. And let me see. Okay, we'll do one more slide on the DMs. Don't want to get but for your DMs and like, what do I say to people? People are reaching out. Who's starting to get people reaching out, or you're reaching out to people in the DMs? Say yes in the comments. You're going to eventually, right? Whether you're a product-based business, coach, whatever it is you do, and you're going to want to start interacting with them. Like customer service is huge for Soul CBD and for my account. It's me or somebody else answering every single DM, my friends. Like it is very, very important for your business. So even if it's 5 people a month right now for you, making sure you respond to those people who have questions or who are asking something or just saying, hey, I loved what you did today. Or, hey, oh my gosh, your kid's super cute too. Whatever it is, just starting that authentic dialogue, right? And just putting the social back into social media. So voice people back, video them back, say hi back, just be you, right? What do you do with the creepy people, Lauren said? The $1 million question tonight. Well, you know what you do, Lauren? You take a picture of your foot. You just get out your feet. Hopefully you've got just some ugly feet, which we all do, right? Whose feet are sexy? And then you just zoom in on your creepy toenails and you send them back a picture. You know, that's what I do. Because I just get bored and it's fun. I love playing with trolls on the internet, but, or just block them. Sure. You know what? Protect your energy and block and release, whatever. So whatever you want to do. I do get a lot of dudes lately and they're saying they'll give me like $200 a week to be my sugar daddy. Really? I'm going to need more than that. You know, I'm going to need more than that. I go to Whole Foods. Yeah. Right. I go to Whole Foods. My pound of salmon is like $300. Come on, bro. I literally told some guy that yesterday and he was like, what? He's like, who is this chick? She's too complicated. Okay. So the DM, use the voice, use the video feature, my friends. And then when you are doing stories, Like I said, adding in some of these fun engagement features. Let's say you're doing the polls or the questions and you're getting yes, no, it's going to take time, right? Keep showing up, even if it's one person a week, keep showing up until you start getting some responses on them. Reply to those responses. If someone said yes to something, if you're like, hey, are you also struggling with blank? Hey, do you feel like this way too? Do you feel this way too? Do you feel me on this? When you're starting those open-ended questions with your community and somebody responds yes or me too, that's when you can follow up with them, right? Just like you would in real life. Oh, cool, awesome, tell me more. And having that conversation, which ultimately maybe could lead to a customer or a sale.